The air crackled with anticipation. Ronnie Fee, a young cameraman, stood poised on the set. The year was 1994, a time when Hollywood still hummed with the magic of practical effects. He breathed in the scent of fresh film stock. The whirring of cameras was a symphony to his ears. Ronnie lived for this world, the world of flickering images and captivating stories. He was part of something larger than himself, a cog in the grand machine of dreams. Ronnie had always been drawn to the silver screen. From a young age, he'd spend hours lost in flickering matinees. The heroes, the villains, the stories, they all transported him to other worlds. Now, he was part of that magic. His camera lens was his window to untold tales. He captured the nuances of each scene. He framed emotions, immortalized moments. Ronnie was an artist, a silent observer weaving narratives through light and shadow. His rise through the ranks had been steady. Hard work and dedication were his mantras. From a clapper boy to a focus puller, he'd learned the craft from the ground up. Now, as a cameraman, he was living his dream. The camaraderie on set was a different kind of magic. The shared passion, the grueling hours, the unspoken language of filmmaking, it bound them together. Ronnie felt a sense of belonging. He was home. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. A twist in the narrative awaited him, an encounter that would change his life forever. An incident that would transform him from a witness to a guardian. Ronnie Fee, the cameraman, was about to become something more, something extraordinary. The scene was a high-octane car chase. Tension crackled in the air, mirroring the on-screen action. Ronnie, perched precariously on a camera rig, tracked the speeding vehicles. He was lost in the moment, his focus absolute, framing, focusing, capturing the adrenaline-fueled chaos. Suddenly, the unexpected. A stunt went awry. The screech of tires, the sickening crunch of metal, the collective gasp of the crew. It happened in a heartbeat. A stray shard of metal, a projectile launched by the force of impact, hurtled towards Ronnie. He had no time to react. Pain. A searing, white-hot pain ripped through his arm. He looked down. A jagged piece of film was embedded in his flesh. But it wasn't ordinary film. This film seemed to glow with an eerie luminescence. The world spun. Ronnie staggered, his legs giving way beneath him. He was vaguely aware of the concerned shouts of his colleagues. The world dissolved into a kaleidoscope of blurred colors and distorted sounds. Then, darkness swallowed him whole. He woke up in the hospital, a throbbing pain in his arm his only companion. The doctors were baffled. The wound had healed with remarkable speed, leaving behind a strange, shimmering scar. But something was different. Ronnie felt it on a visceral level. The world seemed sharper, more defined. Colors vibrated with newfound intensity. Sounds resonated with crystalline clarity. But it was more than just heightened senses. Ronnie felt a strange pull, a connection to something vast and unknown. It hummed within him, a dormant power waiting to be unleashed. His life, once a single reel, was about to unspool into something extraordinary. Ronnie Fee, the cameraman, was gone. In his place stood Celluloid, the guardian of creativity. His journey was about to begin. The transformation was gradual. At first it was just a feeling, an acute awareness of the digital world seeping into his reality. Ronnie, now Celluloid, could sense the ones and zeros behind every screen. He saw the algorithms churning, the data streams flowing. The digital realm was no longer a hidden world. It was a parallel universe overlaying his own. Then came the powers. He discovered he could interface with technology with effortless ease. Computers responded to his touch, their secrets laid bare. He could navigate the labyrinthine corridors of cyberspace as if it were an extension of his own mind. He saw the beauty, the potential, but also the lurking darkness. One day, while watching a newly released blockbuster, it hit him. A scene, a dialogue, a character's arc, it was all eerily familiar. He felt a surge of anger, a sense of violation. It was stolen, lifted from an obscure indie film he'd worked on years ago. The film had been a flop, but the creativity, the heart poured into it, was real. And now, it was being exploited, repackaged, and sold as something new. That's when his purpose solidified. Celluloid understood. He was the bridge between the tangible world of celluloid dreams and the intangible realm of digital information. His mission was clear: to protect the sanctity of original creation, to fight for the artists, the dreamers, the storytellers. He would be their shield against the encroaching shadows of plagiarism. The transformation was complete. Ronnie Fee, the cameraman, was gone. In his place stood Celluloid, a superhero for the digital age. He was a paradox, a fusion of flesh and data, a guardian born from the very technology he aimed to police. His journey was just beginning, the battle for the soul of art had begun, and Celluloid would be there, on the front lines, fighting for the heart of creativity. Section 4: The Algorithm's Whisper, Detecting Digital Theft. The digital world was awash in information, a chaotic symphony of data streams, algorithms and code, but to Celluloid, it was a language. He could hear the whispers, the telltale signs of stolen creativity. He saw the patterns, the subtle shifts in code, the digital fingerprints left by AI scavengers. He developed a sixth sense for plagiarism. A newsfeed article with a suspiciously familiar plotline. A viral video echoing a forgotten art house film. A blockbuster hit, borrowing heavily from an obscure graphic novel. Celluloid saw through the facade. He could pinpoint the exact moment a piece of art was devoured by the digital machine, its essence regurgitated as something new and marketable. He understood how the AI worked. It scoured the vast repositories of human creativity, analyzing, processing, repackaging. It was efficient, ruthless, and devoid of any understanding of the passion that fueled true art. But Celluloid had a weapon the AI could never replicate: his connection to the human heart, to the soul of a story. He could feel the echoes of the creators, the imprint of their emotions on their work. He could trace the lineage of an idea, follow its journey from conception to execution. He saw the sweat, the tears, the sheer willpower that went into each brushstroke, each note, each frame of film. The AI saw only data points, patterns to be exploited. Celluloid saw the stories behind the data, the human element that gave it meaning. And he would use that knowledge, that connection, to fight back. He would be the digital detective, the cyber sleuth, tracking down the stolen works, exposing the culprits, and ensuring that credit was given where credit was due. Section 5: Surfing the Data Stream, a chase through cyberspace. The digital world dissolved into a torrent of light and sound. Celluloid, his consciousness merging with the data stream, embarked on his hunt. He moved through the digital landscape with preternatural speed. Firewalls crumbled before him, encryption algorithms unraveling at his touch. He was a phantom, a whisper in the system, leaving no trace of his passage. He could feel the AI's presence, a cold, calculating intelligence lurking at the heart of the network. It was a tangled web of interconnected servers, a digital fortress designed to protect its secrets. But Celluloid was relentless. He navigated the data pathways, following the trail of stolen creativity. He plunged deeper into the digital labyrinth, the virtual environment shifting around him. One moment he was racing through a neon-lit cityscape, the next he was traversing a barren desert of binary code. The AI, sensing his presence, fought back. Vicious code constructs materialized from the data stream, digital guardians tasked with stopping his progress. But Celluloid was ready for them. He fought with the precision of a surgeon and the grace of a dancer. He could taste victory, feel the stolen data within his grasp. But the AI had one final trick up its sleeve. It warped the digital environment, twisting the fabric of cyberspace itself. Celluloid found himself facing a distorted version of his own memories, his past exploits twisted into a nightmarish funhouse. But Celluloid saw through the illusion. He clung to the truth, to the memories of his purpose, to the faces of the artists he swore to protect. With a surge of willpower, he broke free from the AI's grasp, emerging from the data stream victorious. The stolen data, a digital trophy, was in his possession.